Hi everyone. Um, I'm going to do my final predictions for UFC Fight Night. Um, JAIRZINHO ROZENSTRUIK versus SHAMIL GAZIEV. Um, I wanted to do them tomorrow because the network at home is a little bit better, but I just tested it now at work and it seems like it's good, but you know, it's fooled me more than once, so you never know. So yeah, I think maybe I should just get right to it, or should I wait for a couple of people to come through before I start, so that um, there's a few people online. Yeah, I think maybe let me wait a few more seconds. Yeah, I think let me start with the first fight of the night. Al Selwadi versus Radzabov. Yes. I think on the feet, both fighters are more or less evenly matched with a slight edge to Selwadi. On the ground, I would go with Radzabov. I think Radzabov is the better fighter. Um, I think Radzabov is the better fighter, and I know Al Salwadi is also good. Is also a good fighter, who has the momentum with a five-fight win streak. But I think 60% Radzabov gets it done, although it might be a close fight. My subscribers also picked Radzabov. I don't know if I pronounced his name properly. Forgive me. On to the next one versus Cunningham. Even with a full camp, I don't see Cunningham winning this fight. But on short notice, no way he gets it done. So I think 90% Lane it takes this one. Hopefully, the reach does not cause him problems. My subscribers also went with Clay. On to the next one. Duncan versus Ribeiro. Um, Technical striking goes to Duncan, but power goes to Ribeiro, who also has a 100% finishing rate and decent striking, offense and defense. On the ground, I think Ribeiro is better both defensively and offensively. So if Ribeiro is smart, he takes down Duncan and either finishes him or gets the decision, because on the feet, Duncan is better, though I still think Ribeiro can land a big shot and knock him out. So 70% Ribeiro takes this one. My subscribers picked Duncan. Normally, when my subscribers and I have opposite picks, I usually lose a split decision or robbery, like last week, Felipe Dos Santos versus Victor Altamirano last week. So I would stay away from this particular fight, especially because me and my subscribers do not agree, which ends up usually being a really close fight and a split decision. And by the way, Altamirano outstruck Felipe and got 9 takedowns. Anyone who thinks Felipe won is crazy. But on to the next one, Zahabi versus Basharat. I don't see any way for Zahabi to win this fight because Javid is better everywhere. So I think 80% Javid Basharat wins this one. My subscribers also picked Javid. On to the next one, Oliveira versus Sopaj. I don't know if I pronounced that properly. These two fighters are so evenly matched that it would have been very difficult to pick if Sopaj was not coming in on short notice. But because of that, I think 70% Oliveira wins this one. My subscribers also picked Oliveira. Um, Ninja, okay, it's fine. Anders versus Pickett. What makes this fight hard to predict is that both fighters are not that good, so either one could win. However, when considering fighting styles, Pickett will have a higher chance of winning if he can get the fight to the ground. The problem is Anders is not easy to take down, so I could see Pickett getting knocked out. So 70% Anders wins this one. My subscribers also went with Anders. On to the next one, Schnell versus Erceg. I think this will be a closely contested fight. Both fighters are closely matched. My best guess is Erceg wins a close decision. So I think 50-50, but I'm going with Erceg. My subscribers also picked Erceg. Nurmagomedov versus Al Makan. Here's another hard one. I'm a big fan of Umar, and I do think he gets it done. But I think a lot of people are overlooking Baghdad. This dude is really talented. If it was any other bantamweight, if it was anyone else in the bantamweight division, I might have picked him. But Umar trains with elite fighters and has high level experience. So 80% I think he gets it done. But I can honestly say I wouldn't be shocked if we see an upset. People don't realize how dangerous it is for Umar to be taking this particular fight and how confident he must be in his skills to take on such a dangerous debuting fighter. In my opinion, Umar fighting Begzat is like fighting a top 10 fighter without the benefits. That's my personal opinion. Because I think Begzat is that dangerous. I feel like if ever it was anyone else who had Umar's streak, who is basically undefeated and is currently ranked, I don't think any of them would be fighting this particular guy. Because trust me, this guy is very dangerous. So I think I'll just say 70%. Umar takes this one, but I can honestly say I wouldn't be shocked if we see an upset. Because I truly believe Al Makan is very talented and he has a really bright future in the bantamweight division. My subscribers also went with Umar. On to the next one. Perez versus Makayev. Before I actually go to okay, I'll come back to it. Perez versus Makayev. I think both fighters are good, but on the feet, I will give a slight advantage to Perez. He also has a bit of power. On the ground, I will go with Mokaev. Although I think Mokaev can stand with Perez, it wouldn't be smart. Additionally, Perez is hard to take down, so this will be a very good test to see if Mokaev is really that good, especially because Perez's last two losses have been to the former and current champion. I think 60% Mokaev gets it done. Perez might give us an upset, which is highly possible. My subscribers also picked Mokaev. Petrino versus Pedro. I think this one will be a coin flip. But Pedro is an amazing striker. What's worse is that he trains from City Kickboxing. I think he trains at City Kickboxing. So he's not just a good striker. He's a very good striker with a lot of power and 100% finishing rate. However, he is easy to take down, and Pedro is very good at taking people down. So my honest analysis is that it could go either way because each fighter has a heavy advantage. Petrino on the ground and Pedro on the feet. So it will be 50-50, but I'm going to go with Petrino. My subscribers also picked Petrino. On to the next one. Wow, I got to this point very quickly. Anyway, Rozenstruik versus Gaziev. Gaziev has an amazingly fast striking pace and accuracy with power and good grappling abilities. I genuinely think he's good enough to crack the top 5, especially after hearing how good he was from training with people like Cyril Gahn. So I honestly don't see Rozenstruik win shot. The issue is Gaziev has good striking defense. It doesn't let you just like it doesn't allow just anyone to punch him. On the other hand, Rozenstruik's defense is a little bit sloppy, which makes him susceptible to being finished on the feet or on the ground. I think 80% Gaziev wins this one. My subscribers also picked Gaziev. And those are my predictions. I might come back tomorrow maybe for a quick Q&A and hopefully this stream is clear and it's not buffering or anything like that. But I'm going to try and do something a little bit different. Trying to maybe do promotion lives. So you'll see what I'm talking about. But I'm super excited for UFC 299. I can't wait to make predictions for that particular card. I think it's going to be a sick card. But I don't think it's better than UFC 300. I know a lot of people might think that UFC 300 is a lot less better than UFC 299, which is crazy because if you compare the main events alone, Pereira versus Hill is significantly better than O'Malley versus Chido Vera. The best fight on UFC 299 is Dustin Poirier versus St. Dennis, which is also interesting because my subscribers are currently voting now, and the votes are so significantly close. I think it's 50-50 on what do you call it, Dustin Poirier and St. Dennis. And then what's the other fight? There are a couple of fights that are pretty close. So it's interesting to see how this whole thing will play out. My predictions, official predictions, will come out tomorrow for UFC 299. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. There's a lot on the channel. Go to the shorts section everywhere on the channel. I think you'll thank me after seeing what is on the channel. I'll see you tomorrow or next week, depending on what happens. But for now, thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you for sticking around. Deuces.